Hi everybody. So I'm in the process here of doing something I'd always wanted to do ever since I'd learned how to do some of these simple origami. Me working at a box factory, we have rolls of paper that are 8 feet, almost 8 feet wide. And I'd always wanted to see what would happen when I made a origami with one. This is my first video, so please bear with me, and although I did try to make this a family affair, in some cases it was a bit more difficult to actually have them help me than it was to do that myself. But I do feel that it's still something that was worthwhile. Here I am making the first final, or the first square fold with, ironically, the 2x4 I was going to use as a cutting board. Now, when you're doing the origami flapping bird, you actually fold it from what you do is you actually kind of make a window with it, so you have to fold the bottom to the top and then the left to the right, or vice versa. And here we go. My daughter seemed to be a little more keen on helping out, so she was she made a really good effort to help me out here. And here we go. Fold number 2, because I actually do kind of need the diagonal fold. Before I go too far, my apologies to the true origami fans who say you should never tear your origami. I did wind up tearing it in a few small spots, so please just bear with me. And then we'll unfold it back out. So the first fold is done. Now I've got to fold it from left to right. Or right to left. Making sure it's square, and there's the third fold. Now I'm prepared to actually prepared to fold it down now to make the body. It is a little bit tricky though, because the paper isn't exactly cooperating. And of course my improvised paperweights. And here I am struggling with the making that first fold, or completing that first fold. And there we go. It's down. Bring it out to give you a better view for as long as it lasts, because my son didn't realize that I was going to be putting this up worldwide. Okay, and there's the second one, which didn't actually work out all that bad. I somehow feel I should have yakety sax playing, but that would just, I think, would just cause a bit more trouble. Now we're going to do the part which will produce. We're gonna get the guides for a pedal fold, because doing a pedal fold with a sheet of paper this size is difficult. I would say it would be too difficult to do a pedal fold that big without making a couple of guide edges to help me fold it down with. Flip it over and then do the other side. Going to try to give everyone a better view, but it appears that the announcer has to describe a little bit more about what's going on. Okay, so we've got both sides done, and right now we're going to do what I thought was going to be the most difficult, tear-inducing part of it, but this actually did turn out okay. So here goes the first pedal fold. And as you can see, it did actually turn out quite acceptable. And then we flip it over and, of course, do the other side. Oh, there we go. There's another tear. My apologies to origami fans everywhere who may tell me that it was a failure right from there. And again, all the folds on this are proper. I was actually surprised that I got them to a fairly acceptable. Okay, there's tear number 3. And there I am patting it down, because then we're gonna get to the good parts, because this is where your birds really starts taking shape. Okay, so yeah, this was actually quite tricky. Now you have to fold it over so you can get the head and the tail and the wings on the far side there. And because it doesn't fold very well, it is actually telling me that the folds could have been better. So, and there we go. The other wing is coming up there now. There we go. We have, so, there we go. We're just about done. So now we haul out, that'll be the tail. And we're going to haul it out. And then we haul the head out. I'm going to call that the head because it's less torn. And there's a wing. Now, I said I was going to give the flapping bird a try, even though I knew that the paper was just a little too supple for its size. And there's the wing for the other side. And last, here goes the head. Want it a bit larger. And so, there we go. We have an origami flapping bird, which is, of course, not going to origami flap. And me not realizing that where the camera was shooting, I was demonstrating. And there we go, paper crane, because it's, even though it's still not going to, even though it still won't turn out because the wings are just, the paper is just too supple for, ta-da! So there's our poor origami flapping bird. My apologies, the camera is, I didn't realize that I wasn't in the view of the camera, so you couldn't see the whole thing. So, after about, it took me about 30 minutes to do it right from unrolling the paper. So that's it. That's my first 8-foot origami. I do apologize if you were expecting it to do the same thing as the smaller ones do. I'm not quite done yet. I do think this provides a rather interesting perspective on a very old art, and I do plan to put another 1 or 2 up, regardless of whether they're considered successes or failure. So, thank you for watching, and we'll see you again.